Recording in progress. Hey guys, welcome to the end semester project presentation on the topic credit card fraud detection using machine learning. As a part of the project, we utilized various machine learning algorithms on a publicly available dataset and analyzed the results. The video will give a brief idea on the selected dataset, the environment on which we compute the source code, the actual source code and the scripts, and the results and the interpreted conclusion from it. So without further ado, let's skip to the uh, code and the data set. So this is the data set we use. It is a publicly available transaction fraud detection data set on Kaggle. We have declared the same. We have used the Google Colab as the environment to compute the data. The the code is divided into 7 parts, each of which would be described in the video. So the first step involves importing the important Python tools and libraries such as Pandas, NumPy, Seaborn, Math, etc. The second step involves importing the data set and analyzing the data. We have imported the data set, that is the fraud train.csv, which contains raw data, which will be further processed and transformed. We analyze the data by selecting the first 5 rows or the last 5 rows using the head and tail. We analyze the data shape, the information on the different data types, the different data columns present in it. We also have a bar graph to represent or give a visual experience of the different data types available in the data set. We describe the data using the describe.t function, which gives a count, mean, standard deviation, mean value of the data set. We analyze the fraud count in the data set using the is fraud column, which shows that there are 7,506 entries of the same, which is denoted using the pie chart. The next step involves data pre-processing, which is an important step in the entire machine learning process. In this, we initially start with data cleaning, in which we remove the duplicates on the data set using this command, and then we check to find that the duplicate values in the data set are zero. Then we drop the null or missing values and similarly check the same, and we get that there are zero missing values or null values. Then we check the unique values for each column in the dataset and find this data. On the basis of this data, we critically analyze and remove the redundant data or the noisy data from the dataset, hence making it clear and clean for the machine learning to process it. We remove the columns first name, last name, state, city, population, job, etc., as they do not seem more relevant towards helping the machine train itself and detect the fraud. So after removing the redundant data, we have this final data, which is a clean processed data. The next step involves feature extraction or data transformation. Since the data is a mixture of strings and numbers, it becomes difficult for the machine learning model to compute and give results. So to make it easier for the model, we basically convert it into a same format using the encoder. We encode it and convert it into the same format so that the machine learning gives the result quickly. As you can see, all the values are in the same format for each of the column. The next step involves data training and processing. Here we convert the data, here we divide or split the data into 2 parts, that is the train data and test data. In machine learning, train data is used to train the model and test data is used by the machine to use its learning to predict the values and compare it and give the accuracy. So uh, after splitting into train and test data, we split the data further into four different parts, wherein in the train data, we have a set of columns which are independent of the target label, and one part has a target label. So X train contains the columns, X train contains only the fraud. X train contains all the columns except the target label, and Y train contains only the target label. Same as for the test data. We analyze the shape and the features of it. Now we move on to data modeling. So data modeling is nothing but making use of the algorithms to train the model. Here in this video, in this project, we have used two algorithms, logistic regression and random forest classifier. Both are classification type of algorithms. So we train the data using logistic regression using the X train, Y train, and we predict using the X test. Similarly, for random forest, we train the model using the X train and Y train, and we predict data using the test part. After this, we evaluate the more machine learning algorithms and derive conclusion using metrics, evaluation metrics. First, we check the accuracy. This is the accuracy for logistic regression and random forest. Here we can see that random forest has a much better accuracy as compared to logistic regression. We have also plotted a graph. We have checked the precision score, the recall value, the F1 measures, AUC, ROC curve, etc., confusion matrix, etc. And we have plotted the charts for visual representation. So overall, from this project, we learned about different machine learning algorithms, the data sets, and how to train and test the models. And finally, on the basis of the evaluation metrics, we can successfully derive that random forest is a much better classification algorithm for detecting credit card frauds. Thank you.